Hey guys, it's Tim and this is Wrestling Unlimited. So yesterday we did get the big shocking news that WrestleMania 42 next year, well, it's not taking place in New Orleans, Louisiana. The show is most likely moving back and going for a second year to Las Vegas, Nevada, and we got a lot of new updates on this per Dave Meltzer in this week's Wrestling Observer newsletter. But just looking at this on the surface level, and correct me if I'm wrong, this is going to be only the second time ever that they announce a venue for WrestleMania and then change it after it's already been announced. That last time being WrestleMania 7, when they had the quote-unquote bomb scare in LA. But with that, Dave Meltzer did write a lot in this week's Wrestling Observer newsletter, as he stated the following. It was confirmed this week that WrestleMania 42 will no longer be taking place in New Orleans. A new location has not been announced yet, but the expectation is that the show is moving to Las Vegas, marking the second straight year that Allegiant Stadium has hosted WrestleMania. And it looks like TKO would like WrestleMania to run in Las Vegas on a regular basis. The decision was made partially because this year's WrestleMania made so much money overall in Las Vegas from all sources that they could not make that level of money in New Orleans. The other is that the company loved having it in Las Vegas because key TKO executives lived there and are there, and Nick Khan grew up there. The plan is now to run WrestleMania on a regular basis in the city, not necessarily every year, but frequently. The idea is that the city wants to have a major destination sports event every year, and by definition, they are looking at the Super Bowl, the Final Four, the College Football National Championship Finals, and WrestleMania. So they would be looking for Mania any year they don't have one of those other three events. It has been confirmed that WWE has reserved Allegiant Stadium for Saturday, April 18th, and Sunday, April 19th, 2026. The show was originally going to be held one weekend before that, April 11th and April 12th, when it was set for New Orleans. But there are still a couple issues being worked out regarding the Vegas move. There is a concert booked at the stadium that has not been announced that makes the moving in and setting up the stadium too tight. Those in charge of the stadium have attempted to move the concert date, but the promoters have said that they have a contract for that date and thus far have been unwilling to move. The other is that the Las Vegas Convention Center, which hosted fan gatherings, is open for that weekend, but does not have the same amount of open spaces as it had for WWE last month. The other event that has part of the convention center booked is also unwilling to move, but they could use less space in the building or move to a different convention center, with the Mandalay Bay being the most likely. Again, as we learned yesterday, with this move, New Orleans will no longer be hosting WrestleMania next year, but instead, Money in the Bank. So it looks like this is not just going to be an issue for WWE and the city of New Orleans, and now New Orleans having this big gap of, oh, well, we thought we were bringing all this money in with tourism next year, and now it's gone. Now this looks like other events that are already booked for Vegas might be impacted, might be affected if, the city kind of strongholds them. There's a concert that might need to be moved. We don't know by who the concert is, what the band or artist is, because it's too tight of a window to get the stadium set up for Mania, which is interesting because WWE actually started setting up WrestleMania this year in Allegiant Stadium. A concert was then ran a few days later, and then they finished. So could it be that this concert is like the week of Mania instead of the week before Mania, like the weekend before? We don't know. And then also the whole thing with the convention center and WWE World and whatnot. The thing there is they want it to be as big as it was this year, but with part of the convention center already booked up, it might not be possible. So with that, if we do hear anything further on WWE looking to work things out to get Mania back to Vegas next year and possibly run Vegas quote unquote frequently or on a regular basis, we'll have it for you right here. Wrestling Unlimited.